There we go. Hello, hello. Pulling out some cards I haven't used in a minute. How is everyone today? Hello, hello. I look like Hagrid today. Sorry for those who already heard this in Aquarius' reading, but I was a busy bunny rabbit. And I don't have tiny little kids that go to bed early, so one thing led to another, and so I ended up being up all night. But totally worth it for the egg hunt and basket surprise this morning for my two happy loves. Missing the other one so much. There are 3. Feels like there's 4 because the first one has his partner now for like, gosh, 8, I think it's going on 9 years this fall. Because I am that old and I have a child getting closer and closer to 30. So, Johnny, there's no free list. That's Friday nights. I take questions, but you have to be there when I get ready to answer the questions after Pisces. And other than that, like maybe like once every 6 weeks, I do the free live mini reads. So I hope you'll stay for the Libra reading. But this is Libra's reading today. So, and then I'm off to do sessions because it's not Easter everywhere and people still need sessions. So, we are looking at Libra placements, 7th house placements, and we're looking at the energy that you kind of got dropped off with. So whenever you find this, that's when it was meant for you to find. Your guides will take you to the messages you need to hear when you need to hear them. And we're going to be looking at the energy, whatever happened prior to you watching this. And that could be 2 years, 2 months, 2 weeks. Sometimes it's even more than 2 years. Sometimes it's a little blip of a thing. And as in Aquarius' reading, this is something that was going on for a while and it's just kind of culminating right now. So then we're going to look into the energy available to you now. And that's energy available to you. I'm not telling you your life. That's energies that are available to you. That is for you to listen to, see if it resonates. If you feel like you want to receive it, if it's not something that you feel like you need to receive, then you don't have to. That's what's available to you. So if it does resonate even a tiny bit, just examine it. Just sit with it and examine it. And then we're also going to be looking at the other energy involved. That could be your person of interest. That could be work. That could be family. That could be you struggling or snuggling with your demons. See, but Aquarius, it was so very clearly. I never even said that about Aquarius's reading. I'll let you know. I usually get a pretty good read on whether this is another person or whether this is you stepping into a new version of yourself or stepping out of an older version of yourself, as we all have to do. Yes, that's my water. Oh my God. We'll be looking at the alchemy between those two energies too. Okay, we're ready for a shuffle. Ooh. already, Libra. We have a little bit of a stuck energy. Okay. One more. Okay. I don't know if Libras are dealing with Aquarians, but I got the same card in the same spot, but in a different... Okay. I have to look something up for a second. Because these cards are really interesting. I don't use them a ton. This is the Goddess. I don't know where I have the box. I'll have to find it and I'll put it in the description. I want to say this is like the Goddess Tarot. The Night Goddess, that's what it is. Okay. So a couple of the cards are coming out reversed that were in Aquarius's reading. So we have the Chariot in reverse, Libra, and the energy dropping you off. It feels a little bit like feeling stuck. I want to look at the rest of the cards, but just having my hand on that card and what's coming in. Feels like you're torn. Feels like you've been torn. Maybe you're over being torn, but there was a feeling of being torn. Like, do I stay where I'm at in a situation or in general in my life right now, or do I make a big move? But there feels like a little tiny bit of fear behind the movement. In your person's past energy, meaning anything before you're watching this, we have, it's the Witch in this one, but it's the Magician. It's in reverse. So that can often be like trying to arrange or manipulate an outcome rather than manifesting it and letting universe bring in. Because when we're manifesting, we always want for the highest good of all, right? It's why I don't believe in love spells. I don't. I believe in, like, they work, sure. But especially like last year on social media, there was one going around about like, this person can't stop thinking about me. This person is obsessed with me. Like, that's not good. That's not how you want a healthy relationship to start. I get the idea of like encouraging the energy that you come up in somebody's mind, but you know, a lot of great relationships that start with don't start with ultimatums, and they don't go sailing off into the sunset when ultimatums are involved. And I think that love spells manipulations, arranging things to happen, those kind of things. I'm not saying that somebody cast a love spell on you or somebody's doing love spells. I'm saying that like when we don't focus the manifestation energy and the capability and the power that we all have, and instead we try to arrange, make sure we say the right thing, wear the right thing, post the right thing, these little things to procure an outcome, verbiage, reaction from somebody. When we're doing that, and sometimes it almost feels brave to say, I release this person from anything that feels obligatory towards me, for the good of all. You know, this manifestation, I'm bringing this in with everyone's highest good involved. Because sometimes we think, well, they don't know what's good for them. They're with that terrible person. That person's so toxic. It's making things worse. Obviously, everyone can see it. I would be way healthier for them, right? So obviously, if we're leaving it up, but that's not what the highest good means. That doesn't mean leaving it up to everyone's undiluted devices. But in this other energy over here, things have just not been happening as organically. It's like Google ads, right? If you have a business for 5 minutes, you've had something pop up saying, do you want to be a Google ad? Because we know what happens then, right? I could make myself a Google ad, and that would help me, because then when people are putting in astrologer, trauma-informed astrologer, whatever, metaphysical work, I could just pop up first. But I know personally, I don't know about anybody else, but I always skip anything that says ad. If I'm scrolling and I can see that it's sponsored, I don't even listen, because there's a little less trust in the motivation, in what someone's saying to me. And I have more faith in an organic search. I have more faith in an organic review that wasn't coerced or paid for, right? I think we all are starting to feel that way. Bye, Corey. I think we all are starting to feel that way. That's what this is like. When we have the Magician in reverse, it's just not, it's manufacturing results, because you don't feel confidence that you'll get them otherwise. Yes, I'm going to work on SEO. Yes, I'm always going to work on client relations, and I'm very happy to collect great reviews, right? Like, that's just good business. But I want to also make sure that I don't look like somebody who has to advertise. I want to organically come up because people have been happy, or I want to make sure that trust is there. The same way that you want that in a relationship. If you feel like things have been manipulated, it's harder to feel like, well, would I be here? Would we all be here? Would I be trying so hard? Would I keep myself feeling stuck? Here's the thing. Whatever's happening between the non-organic way that everyone's gotten here, and and the feeling stuck, what's very interesting is the energy in between is success. Now, whether that's tenacity, determination, or whether somebody is just getting victory regardless of how they got it. I want you to hear that, Libra. Be aware of people around you who are more focused on the victory than how they get it. You know, and it's human nature to want the win. I was very tempted to press yes, give me that Google ad. And there's nothing wrong if you have Google ads. Sometimes we just need advertisements, and Google is where nobody's watching TV. Nobody's watching live TV. You skip commercials. That's when you get up, right? So like Google ads is where it's at, right? So it's all very tempting. And so examine for ourselves, absolutely. But also, Libra, I would just invite you to be eyes wide open about the people in your life right now. That some may be more concerned with the victory than how they get it. Right? We all hope that we're willing victims to love. To our relationships, dichotomies, our careers, our vocations, how we are living our lives. We want to be in the driver's seat, not in the back seat. And certainly not kidnapped by manipulation. I think Corey called it. He said the last one was a doozy. I think this one might be too. The universe. This is the world card. The universe, or the world card, is major arcana. It reflects a huge change. Huge. I'm not sure, Libra, that it isn't time to turn that chariot right side up. Because that's the past energy. That's the energy we're dropped off with. There is energetic and certainly astrological opportunity right now. And I have to tell all of my Libras, I want you to hear me. We just had the Libra full moon. You were supposed to be looking for things to clear out of your life that stand in your way, that obstruct you, whether that's your own habits or situations or ways that you communicate or people. Taking out the trash, clearing out the closet, Marie Kondo. Your life, what brings you joy and what doesn't, thank it for its experience, and take it out of the clutter. That's what that Libra full moon was for. Libras. You have a sweet spot right now. Because while Mars is in Cancer, it's squaring your placements. That's impetus. That's light of fire. That's movement. That's turning the chariot the other way. All right. So we have all of that. We have Aries. We have Jupiter on the other side of our seesaw right now, Libra. Well, Jupiter is in Aries. So we have a full moon clearing out of the way. We have Mars going, let's get this. And we have Jupiter on the other side of our seesaw. So clearing out of our way what no longer serves us is really important when Jupiter, what expands, is on the other side of our seesaw. It's opposing your placements. July 13th, the nodes switch. July 13th, the nodes switch. The south node. I don't think Aries is going to mind the north node at all. Charge. Aries will be fine. Libras, especially Libras, if you have a lot of Scorpio, your neighbor sign, in your chart, and you have that fixed energy and you just went through all those eclipses, the south node is going to want to bring you backwards a little bit. It's going to take old situations from the past, kind of throw it at you again to see if you handle it in the same way. It's going to want you to retreat into your comfort zone. In 10 days after the nodes switch. Now, Libras that are closer to the cusp of Scorpio are going to deal with that south node first, because it moves in the opposite direction. So it's coming in at 29 degrees, not coming in at 0. 10 days later, Venus in Leo, and Venus rules your sign, will go retrograde. Both of these things are going to affect you. I am saying this not to scare you. This is all happening for you, not to you. But you have a beautiful sweet spot now with action, with momentum, with impetus, with Jupiter, with luck, with expansion. Before all of that happens, right after a full moon, which has a 6-month-long effect. And so I'm imploring you to take stock of your life. What do you want expanded? What do you want to bring luck to? Because Mars and Jupiter together in any way, one's squaring and one's opposing, right? They're both talking to your placements. That is the astrological embodiment of the quote of opportunity favors a prepared mind. This is action and opportunity. It is luck. It is movement. It is now. And I know sometimes Libra can suffer a little bit from indecision, but I'm telling you, you want to have as much of this figured out as you can, so that when July hits and the South Node and the Venus in retrograde are affecting you at the end of July, which also will have the Aquarius full moon, which is going to also square your sign. I don't want you to be sucker punched by that. Carpe the fucking diem right now, Libras. In your life, look at anything that makes you feel hostage in your own life. Anybody that is more concerned with the victory than how they get it. You have time to clear that out. Because anyone that wants to pull you backwards so that you're in this perpetual chariot in reverse energy, the South Node is going to assist them. So you really want to take stock, be aware. I'm beating a dead horse now. But I'm saying this with so much love as another cardinal placement. And as the mother of a Libra, I have great fondness for Libras. But sometimes, and I'm so grateful because my child has other placements that help balance their Libra, just like I'm so grateful to have placements that balance my Cancer. We all need balance in our chart, right? But indecision is not your friend right now. There's a huge, huge, huge change for you available to you now. The universe card is here. In this other energy here, we have the Spirit or the Page of Wands. That's a new start. It's a message of it's time to begin. It's time to start all over. It's time to embark. So there's a new beginning and a new passion here for this other person. We might clarify that one. In the center here, we have the Knight of Cups. I believe there's a lot of emotion. There is a lot of sentiment. There is a lot of intention. I don't know if the follow through is there. Now, Libras, I gotta tell you, that is one of the great things about the cardinal signs is like, you know, that Libra full moon was not nice to my Cancer placements. And then the Cancer Mars was not nice to my Aries placements. Everything was squaring, right? However, knowing that I'm full of cardinal energy, I just knew whatever this brought to my door, I would feel it, I would examine it, I would cry, I would get angry, I would process, but I would move through because I'm full of cardinal energy. The other thing about cardinal energy sometimes is the lack of follow through. This Knight of Cups in the center here feels like there's intention, there's desire, there's love. I don't know that we have follow through. You know how I feel about the Knight of Cups? I like to see a more mature energy then come in and solidify what was brought in such it's like the Band-Aid fashion, you know? There's a lot of sentiment being said. I want a whole new start. I'm having a whole new change. Okay. Well, then I'm going to have a whole new start too. And there's a lot of stuff being said. I don't know if there's a lot of follow through. We have the Empress. We have the Empress, and it's in reverse in the upcoming energy, Libra. Okay, honestly, when you see a big, huge change like this, major arcana, huge shift, this isn't a little thing, this is a big thing. To see the Empress upside down, to see you feeling completely discombobulated, that would make sense. If I did not see that, I would be concerned that there was rose-colored glasses on. I would be concerned that there would be denial of the change. The change is good for you, right? But often in Libra's lives, there was too much change in childhood. So as much as they are a cardinal sign, they prefer not to have everything change overly to the point where you feel discombobulated. The discombobulation is part of the process. It's like moving to a new town. We're excited. We love it, right? But you have to learn where everything is. You're just kind of relearning yourself because this is, again, this is something big because it's setting you up for this huge, that Libra South Node is going to be huge for you. Huge. It only happens once every 18 years. We have the Seven of Cups on their side. Whatever they couldn't decide, they've decided. Whatever they were deluded about, they are much more clear on this side. In the alchemy of the future energy, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. We go from a lot of stuff being expressed and maybe not followed through to stuff not even being expressed. Felt but not expressed. Here it's felt and being expressed. Let's clarify these before I pontificate too much. We're going to take the good old light seers. I'm surprised there's any Libras left in the room, because this reading is not the social fun Venusian Libra reading. I like to give Libras, but I also have to be truthful. The World card is a wonderful card for you. The World card is a wonderful card. The Chariot just popped out in the upright. Okay. We have the Hermit in reverse. I think that maybe... It's funny because I felt this too about the other air sign, Aquarius. I think it's possible that when things weren't great and it was hard to hide, you kept a lot to yourselves. You and this other situation, you just were more inward. I have the Hermit in reverse and now the Tower in reverse. We're talking major arcanas. And the Six of Cups. Okay. So when this Empress is in reverse for you, Libra, and you're feeling a little discombobulated after a huge change, which you would, we have beautiful inner child healing. We have coming out of a period of recluse or just I want to say not self-exile, but self-examination and just getting quiet with yourself. I think the realization that somebody manipulated things more than they've been organic was a little rough, because you're, you know, like your fellow air sign Libra, you're happy to, like, you know, does this need to be fixed? Let me give you my arm. Is it fixed now? Okay, you have my heart, my arm. I can work harder. You want my leg? Like, Libra will try really hard. Libra is a beautiful, beautiful sign. If a Libra loves you, it's unlikely you're going to leave their mind, leave their focus anytime soon. That harmony, they want to create it for you. We also have the Tower in reverse. This could be avoiding something bigger. But I think that coming out of your shell and doing this inner child work, because this card for me is absolutely inner child work, is avoiding another Tower moment for you that you would have taken on. You would have absolutely taken on like another hit, like another, I can take it. I can give an arm. I have another arm left. Like, I feel like you would have taken on another thing and brought that on yourself. And you're not going to do that because you're looking at the why you used to do that. Seven of Cups. Let's get clarification. That is beautiful. I'm very happy to see the Hermit, because Libras are social butterflies. So the fact that that we see the healing card there and the Hermit in reverse and the Tower in reverse is all really good, even on an Empress. That's so, like, that is going out with the new version of you. Maybe not feeling as secure as you did 5-6 years ago in everything that was happening, but yeah, okay. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse here. This might have been somebody, I'm just going to say it, Libra. You might have had a person who was sticking their finger in too many pies or were delusional about either what they brought to the table or who you were, or there was just some avoidance of the truth. It is now in reverse. This also can be like when somebody is playing the field. This could be player energy, and then now they're not. Now all of a sudden they decided, oh, I screwed up. You're not taking my shit anymore. I screwed up. I don't love these, but I'm glad they're not your cards. With this Seven of Cups, that end of delusion, and I pick you now. I don't want to. We have the Knight of Cups. This actually came out in the upright. I don't like the Adam Levine Knight of Cups. It's smarmy. It is, yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust you making, I love this deck. I especially have never liked this, but this to me is a representation of somebody who would take pictures and get your name tattooed on their knuckles and then hit up 22-year-old Instagram models while you're pregnant. Trust your gut when you have a gut on somebody. I don't know that this feels genuine, but there is I choose you now. Now I see. But it's also coming with this Three of Swords in reverse and this Ace of Pentacles. They're also feeling discombobulated, but not because they had a whole new world here, not because they had a huge changeover, not because they are escaping a tower moment, because they're having accountability and moving back into their authentic self and childhood healing. It's because this is an oh shit moment. That doesn't mean they want you to heal their broken bits, even though I feel like this person had a lot to do with why everything is that, the manipulation card, the non-organic card. Again, this could be all of their childhood, their trauma responses, everything. Just sometimes there's one good person and another good person in a relationship. You have two good people, lovely human beings in a relationship, and then what they need to feel safe and their trauma responses just are at an impasse. You can grow through that. It depends on how much accountability everybody wants to have and what organically is worth moving the same way together for, but not if you can't do it organically. Let me say that again. There's lots of things that you can find a partner that you guys could, hurricane, tornado, bankruptcy, affairs, anything, doesn't matter. Death of a family member, death of a child. You'll see people that move through everything because they know how to move organically, be symbiotic, and move together. When you naturally are gravitating in two different directions, and what makes you feel safe within your own body, within your own nervous system, is opposing what makes somebody else, and what you guys need from each other triggers the trauma response from the other one. Can that come back at another time? Sure. But forcing it, forcing it would bring a tower moment. But because Libras, I see that is in reverse, I don't think you're forcing anything. And I don't think this is necessarily like an ending. I think this is a wake up. I think somebody else is hitting their bottom, having their tower moment. They have this could turn into a King of Cups. We can see in May and June, right? But right now, how did I open this reading? Take stock of who is in your life organically and who wants the victory no matter how they get it. When you do that, when you apply new boundaries for that, you know, people can come meet your boundaries. If there's like just unbelievable connection and love there, people are capable of meeting your boundaries. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't have them. Just because there's love and connection there doesn't mean you shouldn't have the boundaries. Gosh, it's a great way of like learning, growing together. Anything that makes you, about any boundary that makes you feel safe is necessary. That's not selfish, Libra. That is not selfish. Your boundaries do not make you selfish. And what a beautiful way to find out that that is your cuffing partner for life. And who's to say that you're needing these boundaries now and understanding and valuing yourself? And isn't that beautiful, especially when you're a Venus-run sign? Isn't exactly what was supposed to happen in their journey so they could have an oh shit moment, so they could get to their higher self. The trust is hard, but oh my gosh, isn't it so sometimes what we need? And when we can't trust fall, things will keep happening. But I do see you trust falling. I do see you seizing some opportunities here. I see the healing. I see the lack of a tower moment. I see you being a social butterfly again. I hope my Libras will see this and watch this. And I'm just going to put the intention that anyone who really needs to have heard those words about what is coming in July and the sweet spot that you have now, and that it's not selfish to create boundaries for everyone's health. And sometimes that's exactly what you're supposed to be for somebody else, so that it can come back together in a way that makes you unfuckwithable as a person and as a couple, which is really what Libra wants. Okay, my lovely Libras, I love you, now you love you. Hopefully I'll see you Friday night. I believe a week from today we will be doing the final part 3 of the Progressed Moon with Connie Joe. By the end, I'm going to give me 10 days and I will have that class up that I'm going to be doing. And we are going to start our tarot guests soon, where we'll have a somebody who doesn't do it maybe publicly or professionally all the time yet, but are very talented. And so we're going to create a space where you guys can ask free questions, and you will be kind to my guests, but we will have a guest reader, and eventually we'll have that with astrology as well, and that will start before the month is over. I'm taking 2 days to myself to just plan everything and map it out and get it all ready and then scheduled. I love you, now you love you, and I will see you soon, Libras. Bye.